and action.
Well, here we have the Francis Barnett, the 150 Plover. I think that's how you pronounce it. Plover or Plover. Yep.
Plover.
Plover. Here we have the Francis Barnett 150 Plover, which is a 1968, I believe, bike. Apparently they finished production of Francis Barnett in 1966, I gather. But so this would have been a leftover model. It would have been, no doubt, almost without doubt, sat in somebody's showroom for a year, 18 months, didn't sell, because by that time Japanese bikes were becoming more and more popular in this country. Francis Barnetts were old-fashioned when they were first introduced, if you like. They'd always got that tiny bit of stigma attached to them, being a ride-to-work bike, not a Jack the Lad's bike. So that cut your customer base right the way down. So it don't surprise me in the least that it hung around and was a slow seller. I'm a little bit surprised about the silver painted wheels, but again, we're led to believe that towards the end of the production run, money was tight, I would imagine, chromium was expensive, so let's put painted wheels on rather than go to the expense of chrome, and you can understand the common sense in that. It's Arden green, correct colour, it looks correct colour to me. It's been painted in Arden green, which looks factory green to me, dead right shade. Reproduction decals, etc. New chrome plating, even down to the number plates have been painted, stripped and painted and re-lettered, which is very, very important. People tend to forget number plates and they leave them a little bit untidy. You know, I don't know why they think that people don't look at number plates, but they do. And a beautiful job done on the number plates. Lovely job on painting the frame. Tank was sprayed professionally. The frame and most of the other parts were painted with a rattle can. Once and believe him, but it's a fact. Finished off perfectly, beautifully finished off by hand, flatted down, polished, etc. Engine was stripped and checked and cleaned. The horn, I think, was replaced. Various bits and pieces like that were renewed. All the rubbers are new. The decals are new. They've been replaced, of course. Badges of reproduction, as we mentioned earlier. There's a kill switch being put on the handlebar there, which is a reproduction one, but that's fine. When it came, it started second kick beautifully. Became a little bit juiced up with stopping and starting, so we haven't run it since, but I can assure you it started and ran beautifully. Recovered seat in the correct material, the correct colour, looks dead right. The whole bike looks exactly as it left the factory. It's as close as you can get to it leaving the factory, which I think is a credit to the two guys that restored it and recommissioned it. Recommissioned it is not enough. It's a restoration rather than a recommission. It's a fairly big job. They're very, very capable lads. They're not in business. They're not professional restorers. They're enthusiast bike guys that know their machines inside out. Very clever guys. They don't do work for other people. They just play with their own machines. They've done this as a special favour for the Bangers and Cash team, and there's a result.